Well, hello, friends, neighbors. John, your rich neighbor here. Welcome now to the Nook. Happy Advent. I am 4 days behind on Advent calendar here, but it's Saturday. It's in the evening, so we're gonna try to taste all 4 of the days we've missed. So, if you've got anything from Sons of Vancouver, if not a Canadian rye, because probably something in here is going to be rye. Yes, I've had some of their single malt, and yes, this thing has liqueurs in it, but they have a lot of rye in their house, and I like that. Anyways, pour something, and when you come back, I'm going to open up 4 days of Advent. 3, 4. Thanks for coming back. So today, we're going all the way back to the 14th to figure out what I would have pulled back then. Oh, this is that Curaçao barrel rye whiskey. So I only know about it because I was having a nice chat with Dolph, who is the president of the Alberta Scotch Club, and he wanted to talk about this, but I hadn't opened it yet. We only missed it by a day, my friend. So I don't really know what Curaçao is. If I remember my conversation with Dolph, he was talking about orange, bitter orange. So I think it's an orange type liqueur, but I actually don't have it. Oh, is that one that's in that blue bottle? That would be a Dutch liqueur. Anyways, let's see what we get. Nose and taste on this rye. Actually, this one's nice and sweet, inviting. I could say there's some citrus in there, but for me, it's almost pithy. It's almost grapefruity a little bit. Yeah, I could say that. There's a little bit of bitter citrus on there. It's not quite like a flavorful orange, but let's try on the palate. Cheers. That's good. Oh, right at the end of that swallow, so beginning of the finish, I definitely got some orange notes, some darker orange notes with a nice coating rye, sweet, almost sugary. I think I'm getting that as their house style. Their rye tends to have a sweetness to it. I like that. Oh, but then in the long finish there, a little bit of bitters. Like not a negative bitter, but I'm just gonna say that there was definitely a bitter note just kind of hanging around at the end. Wow, what a way to start. Curaçao barrel rye. I'll look it up and I'll probably post something down below. That's the thing when you shoot live, you're not sure what you're gonna get. Next day, the 15th, and I would have pulled out a Tabasco barrel whiskey. This one's 40%, very unusual for them. They usually bottle everything at a cask strength, it feels like, and then if they have a liqueur, it's at 40%. So it's interesting that it says Tabasco barrel whiskey. It doesn't say what's in it. So to be a whiskey, it's 3 years old. Could be anything. Could be corn, could be rye. As I said, they do have a lot of rye. So I'm not sure what this Tabasco barrel is, but we'll nose and taste it. Yeah, that's interesting. It's very barrel driven, and by that I mean it's kind of oaky, woody. Sure, there's some spicing in there, maybe some light crushed pepper, red pepper, Tabasco in there, but for me right now, it's coming off more kind of a woody note that's really pervasive, and not a fresh wood, not a cut sawdust, new oak wood, but an older. Oh, there's some spice there. It's taking a moment to speak to me. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. Okay, that's all Tabasco. I love Tabasco. I'll eat it plain. Wow. Ho, ho, ho. I'm definitely gonna have to cut a little bit and clear my palate with more than just water. This is spicy. It's absolutely tobacco whiskey. Like, it's not just, oh, yeah, now if I come back to the nose, it's kind of burning, making my eyes water even the nose, but wow. Wow. That's almost a party trick. When I went to college, I remember making like a Tabasco peppered juice that I served just for fun. That's what this reminds me of. My nose is running, my palate is alive, and I love Tabasco. I love hot wings and spicy things, but wow. Definitely going to pause. I'll come back after I've cleared my palate. Okay, I think I've recovered, and we're going to go on to day 16 of Advent. I hope whatever you're doing is still fun, counting down the season or counting down to Christmas. This one is cinnamon whiskey liqueur. So this is a liqueur, also 40%. Ooh. That was a little hard to get off there. We'll see what that cinnamon whiskey. Now again, I don't know what base whiskey they're putting in here. We're back into sweetness now. This, as a liqueur, is very sugared, sugar syrup. There is a floral note in here. It's a little bit of a soapy floral note. Interesting. Cheers. After this hot Tabasco, there is spicy cinnamon, perky, like cinnamon red hots. You know, I've taken some of those little heart candies and enjoying them, and it's sugary like that too. In fact, it tastes quite a bit like liquid cinnamon hearts. Another quick sip. Yep, it's in my mind now. That's exactly what that is. That is cinnamon red hearts in a liquid liqueur. Right, the last day we're going to try to get to is today, the 17th. So we'll see what that is. And on the 17th is, okay, Pastrami on rye, extra pickles. So this is a 58% rye whiskey. Pastrami on rye. I'm going to move this out a bit so we can kind of see all the glasses. I don't even know what to say about that, because I'm hoping, was it made with pickles? Was it made with pastrami? Pastrami on rye, extra pickles. Well, it's 100% rye whiskey, so it's got nothing but rye in it. But they've called out those notes, so it could be just the way that they've selected their casks. They've noticed some flavor notes in the wood. I'm not sure, but pastrami on rye. One thing, James, Jen, and Max, Sons of Vancouver, are so creative about their names. Like, I've got the bottle of that palm trees and tropical breeze. Very interesting. Let's see how this goes. Wow. Maybe a bit of power of suggestion. But I am absolutely getting pickle brine on that. I really am. I'm not getting the pastrami yet. Maybe there's some cracked pepper, some spicing. But I love pickles, and it definitely smells a bit like good pickle brine. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. It's very thick. It is very significantly spicy in the palate. I need to think of more spices, but this is pepper, black pepper, cracked pepper, white peppers. It's definitely that kind of heat, chewy, salty. Another sip. Thick, really thick. Maybe that's the meaty, fatty pastrami. Maybe. Maybe that's where they're getting that kind of coating, chewy. It is a bit baked. Yeah, okay, bacon. I can get a little meaty in there. Have to play around in the fin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's for me and please, it's all I just opened it together. I just came after liquid cinnamon hearts. So nothing but sugar. This is very savory, not sweet. It was briny on the nose. It's peppery in the palate up front, and then it's chewy, thick, savory into it. Yeah. Very interesting. Of these, and it's just obviously first taste. I just opened them. I gave it a thought. I gave it a go. Had to take a break after the Tabasco barrel whiskey. Of these four, this Curaçao barrel rye was really nice. And I do like orange notes. I wasn't getting a lot of clear orange in the nose, but even grapefruit pith type citrus, I'm okay with. And then in the finish, I was getting like a bittered orange, very nice. So that's my pick up here. And then I'd have to go all the way to this pastrami pickles. This one I need some time with because it is unique, but at least it's playing into that note. These are fun. I like red hearts. This is far too sweet for me normally to just sip and enjoy, and this is hot. I've got to try this in some cocktails. I got to look up because my cocktails are pretty boring. I just do old fashioned Sazerac, that kind of stuff. Very like whiskey sours. I don't. But this with the Tabasco spicing, I think I need to find a cocktail that would be whiskey based that would also like you'd be adding Tabasco to, and maybe backing off on that and seeing what this would do to it. Very interesting. Thanks for sticking with me. I know it's tough to tune in when you don't even know what I'm going to pull out here, but I appreciate it, and I just want to say thanks again to Sons of Vancouver. This is a fun gift that keeps on giving. You guys have a good weekend, good week ahead.